Welcome to the medical classroom with Gerald, and today we shall be revising physiology of a neuron. And we are using textbooks like Ganong and Gaiton and whole textbook of physiology. So you need to check them out. Meanwhile, support us by subscribing, liking the video, and commenting on it. A neuron is a functional unit of the nervous system, and it has four main functional zones. So in revising, you need to know these four zones. You need to know the receptive zone, which is made up of dendrites and the cell body. You need to know the respective functions. Dendrites are those short branched processes that conduct impulses to the cell body. Then we have the cell body, which has a nucleus. It is the metabolic center of the neuron. Then we have, it has nasal bodies, and these are used in protein synthesis. So it also generates local potentials. Then we have the trigger zone, and this is made up of initial segment and the axon, hillock. And this zone has the highest density of voltage-gated sodium channels, and it is here that the graded potentials are summed, and once the threshold is reached, we have an action potential here in the trigger zone. Then we have the conductive zone, and this is made up of the axon, and it transmits impulses to your terminal zone, from the cell body to the terminal zone, and the terminal zone here is made up of the axon terminals. And the arrival of the action potential here causes opening of those voltage-gated calcium channels, and calcium causes a release of neurotransmitters, meaning from the terminal zone we are having synapse, and then we are connecting with another neuron. That is briefly about the four functional zones. Then you also have to know the parts. We've not talked about the node of Ranvi. We shall talk about it in conduction, when we are talking about secretory conduction in myelinated neurons. Then we have classification. You need also to be knowing classification before you go for exams. And according to structure, these neurons are classified as multipolar. We have bipolar. We have unipolar. You should check out the structures of the different neurons in those textbooks. Multipolar, these ones are the commonest in the CNS. And bipolar, we have bipolar neurons in the retina. And this unipolar, also here we actually have also pseudounipolar. And these ones are common in the dorsal root ganglia. And then they can also be classified according to function. And here we have the sensory, or what we call afferent. Then we have the motor, or the efferent. And then we have the interneurons, or what we call relay neurons. And that is according to structure and according to functions. Then the axons of these neurons have got a separate classification, and it is called Erlanger-Gasser classification. It is for the axons of these neurons, and these neurons, they are classified according to diameter, according to their speed of conduction, and according to whether they are myelinated or not. And we have type A fibers, we have type B, and we have type C. This type A, they are all myelinated, and they are heavily myelinated. And they have the fastest conduction. They conduct very fast. So they are further divided into 4 divisions, where we have A alpha fibers, we have A beta fibers, we have A gamma fibers, and we have A delta fibers. So let's talk about A alpha. The A alpha are the largest in diameter, and they are the fastest. Remember, all A fibers are myelinated. Then the A delta, these are the smallest, and they are the slowest. They are the slowest of the type A fiber class. And the type beta, let's talk about their functions. These ones are for fine touch, and tactile sensations, and these are the fastest. They are going to provide your motor output to skeletal muscles. Then your gamma are going to control your muscle tone. And then these ones, they are going to provide a crude touch, pressure, and fast pain sensations. These are the A fibers. Then we have the type B and the type C. Let's first talk about this type C. These type C are highly examinable, and these are unmyelinated, and they are the slowest conduction of all the fibers, and they mainly consist of postganglionic autonomic nervous system fibers. Then we have the type B. This type B are lightly myelinated. They have intermediate conduction, and they mainly predominate preganglionic ANS fibers. So once you're asked the slowest conduction fibers, they are type C, and the first ones are the type A fibers. And then the sensory neurons are different classified, and they are classified into these groups. We have group 1, which has 2 divisions, group 1A and group 1B, and then we have group 2, group 3, and group 4. This one only applies to sensory nerve fibers. And these two are all large myelinated. And the only difference is that these ones come from Golgi tendon organs, whereas these group 1A come from what we call a neurospiral endings of muscle spindles. That is the difference. Then we have the group 2, and this group 2 are, should I say, medium remyelinated. We also need to point out that this group 1, since they are large myelinated, group 1A and B, they resemble type with type A alpha fibers, those which had the fastest and they were large and myelinated. Then your medium myelinated, this one is matched with a type A beta and type A gamma fibers. These type 3 are thinly myelinated, and they resemble type A delta fibers. Then these type 4 unmyelinated, and they resemble type C, this one. Then we also have the morphological classification, and here we classify those neurons in the cerebral cortex. We have one granular neurons, and these ones are always called statellate neurons. These neurons have short axons, and they primarily act as the local intercortical neurons. And they can be excitatory or inhibitory. If they're excitatory, they are glutamagic, they release glutamate, and if they are inhibitory, they are GABAergic. So they release GABA, which is inhibitory. Then we have fusiform neurons. And these are spindle shaped. And they give those neurons that exit the cerebral cortex. Then we have pyramidal neurons. And these are pyramidal shaped. And they give rise to massive long projection fibers that extend down to the spinal cord. So briefly, that is what you must know about a neuron. Check out for the diagrams. I'm not good at pictures and diagrams. Check out for them. And questions are going to come from this type A, come from those bipolar. The initial segment can't fail to be asked. Your slowest type C fibers, your group 1 and group 4. Yeah, so this is the physiology of the neuron that you need to be conversant with before sitting your physiology exam. If you find the video helpful, please like the video, subscribe and share to friends. Thank you.